What's good, y'all? So Shaquille O'Neal on his podcast, he was talking about how Tracy McGrady pretty much said that he would have won 2 or 3 rings with Shaq if he played for the Lakers instead of Kobe Bryant. And Shaquille O'Neal agreed with Tracy McGrady, right? Now, what you guys gotta understand, bro, is the reason why Shaq is saying this, bro, is because he's trying to do the same thing that Tracy McGrady and Dwayne Wade did, which is diminish the greatness of Kobe Bryant, right? Like, people are still living in this fantasy world where they actually believe that Kobe Bryant only won 3 rings with Shaq because he was playing with Shaq, when that's not true. The second ring that they won together, Kobe Bryant was beginning to take over that first option position, and then the third ring, and then the finals appearance after that, where they lost to Detroit. Kobe Bryant at that point had just completely began taking over being the number one option on the Lakers. That's what they don't tell you. And because of this, Shaq was pretty much forced out of the Lakers because the Lakers didn't want to pay Shaq what he felt like he was worth, because Kobe Bryant had pretty much already secured his contract with the Lakers. Kobe Bryant was pretty much, he had a better work ethic than Shaq. Shaq at that point was out of shape. He was getting fat. He was being lazy. He was becoming a liability because he was getting fouled and couldn't shoot free throws. This is what they don't tell you. They paint this narrative that Kobe Bryant was Shaq's little brother, and Shaq was the most dominant player in the league. He was the most dominant player in the league. But like I said, by the time that they won that second championship together, he was not the most dominant player, not even on the Lakers, bro. Kobe Bryant was catching up to him, and he was very close to surpassing his position as the number one option on the Lakers, right? Now, let's stay focused, right? So, Shaq, since you say that you would have won 3 rings with Tracy McGrady, let's talk about Tracy McGrady's playoff history, right? So let's start off by talking about Tracy McGrady's season on the Orlando Magic in 2003, where Tracy McGrady won his second scoring title, but he missed the playoffs. How are you the highest scorer in the NBA and you missed the playoffs? There was a game where he scored 62 points against the Washington Wizards, and you didn't make the playoffs, right? So you led the league in scoring because you were ball hogging and you were more focused on scoring than winning. Kind of like Carmelo Anthony in this prime, right? Now, let's go on, right? Let's talk about the 2002-2003 season with Tracy McGrady, right? Tracy McGrady won his first scoring title of the season. He averaged 32 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, and 5.5 assists, right? It sounds good, right? It was good, right? Very impressive year for Tracy McGrady. Now, in game 1 of the playoffs, he scored a team playoff record 43 points to help Orlando take an early series lead against the top-seeded Detroit Pistons. The Orlando Magic would go on to take a 3-1 lead, and McGrady made headlines when he prematurely assumed that Orlando was guaranteed to advance, saying in an interview, "It feels good to get to the second round." And that year, the first round of the NBA playoffs was changed to a best out of 7 series from a best out of 5 series. So despite holding the series lead, the Orlando Magic were eliminated in 7 games. So Tracy McGrady, Shaq, I want you to listen to this. Your boy Tracy McGrady, who was the highest scorer in the NBA at the time, he was up in this series 3-1, and he allowed the Detroit Pistons to win 3 games in a row to win this series, bro. This is the guy that you're saying you would have three-peated with, right? Now, I'll bring up another season. In 2005-2006 season on the Houston Rockets, Tracy McGrady averaged 24.4 points per game, but because he was injured for most of the year due to injury, he missed 47 games in that year due to injury. The Rockets missed the playoffs, right? So I'm not gonna bash Tracy McGrady for that at all. If you're not healthy, if you're not able to play, I can't blame that on you, right? Now let's talk about the Rockets' 2006-2007 season, where they did make the playoffs, right? In the finals, no, not in the finals, but his final averages in the season was 24.6 points per game, 5.3 rebounds, 6.5 assists. To open up the playoffs, the Rockets were matched up with the Utah Jazz. By this time, pressure had started to mount on McGrady to lead a team deep into the postseason, to which he responded, "If we don't get out the first round, it's on me." The Houston Rockets would eventually lose this series in 7 games, and at his post-game press conference following the Game 7 defeat, McGrady, still visibly emotional from the loss, said, "I tried, man, I tried." This is the post-conference where Tracy McGrady started crying because he realized that he didn't have that killer instinct like Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan and, even Steph Curry to lead his team to the finals, bro. Not even to the finals, to the second. We're not even talking about the finals. He didn't have the killer instinct to lead his team to the second round of the playoffs, bro. So to the people that you say, oh, well, Tracy McGrady lost on the Rockets against the Dallas Mavericks in 7 games because he was going up against Dirk. Yeah, well, he also lost to the Utah Jazz. I believe that's when the Utah Jazz had Carlos Boozer. I forgot who else, but that team wasn't as good as the Dallas Mavericks team. So let's move on. Let's talk about Tracy McGrady's 2007 to 2008 season. This is the season where the Rockets won 22 games in a row. This is when Tracy McGrady was healthy, and this is when Yao Ming was healthy, right? Now, I can't really say that we're healthy because Tracy McGrady was nursing shoulder and knee injuries, right? That is true. But guess what, guys? This was a rematch. This is the Rockets. They played the Utah Jazz again, right? They played the Utah Jazz again. So remember what I said. The season before, they lost to the Utah Jazz in 7 games. The year after, they were eliminated from the first round of the playoffs in 6 games, despite Tracy McGrady having a strong 40-point, 10-rebound performance in Game 6. Should I continue? In 2008, Tracy McGrady, the Rockets qualified for the playoffs without Tracy McGrady. So to anybody out there that felt like Tracy McGrady was the best player on the Rockets, because he wasn't, it was Yao Ming. That's what they don't tell you, right? They quick to tell you that Shaq was the better player on the Lakers over Kobe, but what they don't tell you is Yao Ming was the number 1 option and he was the better player over Tracy McGrady on the Rockets. That's a fact. So without Tracy McGrady, because Tracy McGrady pretty much missed the whole season, he only the games that he did play, he only averaged 15 points per game, which is his lowest point average since he was playing for the Toronto Raptors. They actually advanced to the second round of the playoffs without Tracy McGrady. So while Tracy McGrady was on the Rockets, the only time that they advanced to the second round was when he didn't play. And guess what? They took the Lakers to 7 games while Kobe was on. This is Kobe without Shaq. They took the Lakers, still with Kobe, not Shaq, but this is when Kobe was just on his ball hog shit. This is when Kobe was like scoring 80 and shit like that. They took the Lakers to 7 games without Tracy McGrady. So, Shaquille O'Neal, what about Tracy McGrady's career makes you think that you would have three-peated with Tracy McGrady when it's obvious that he didn't have that killer instinct, he folded under pressure, he had a whole bunch of injury problems? Because if he had injury problems with the Orlando Magic and the Rockets, he most definitely would have had injury problems with the Lakers at some point, right? Now, you could argue that Tracy McGrady on the Magic was healthy, right? So you know what? I take that back, right? Tracy McGrady, for the most part, when he was playing for the Orlando Magic, he was healthy and he was available, right? He was averaging pretty much 30 points per game. But at the same time, bro, it's obvious that he folded under pressure in the playoffs. And what I'm saying is Shaq, you weren't going to three-peat just by you dominating. Tracy McGrady would have had to help out as well. The difference between Tracy McGrady and Kobe Bryant is Kobe Bryant had a better work ethic. Kobe Bryant was more confident mentally, and Kobe Bryant was clutch. You understand what I'm saying? There was playoff games where Kobe Bryant hit game winners. There was playoff games where Shaq was on the bench because he was in foul trouble, and Kobe Bryant put the team on his back and helped the Lakers get back to. This is what they don't tell you, bro. This is what they don't tell you. I'm gonna pull it up right now, bro, just to show y'all what I'm talking about. So let's pull up what Kobe Bryant did in the playoffs while he was playing with Shaq. Just to give you guys some context, I'm gonna pull it up right now on Wikipedia. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Stay with me, y'all. If you're watching this video, make sure you press the like button. Make sure you subscribe to your boy, because I don't want to give you guys, false information. I've done that in the past, bro, and I had to go back and correct myself. You feel me? So let me pull this up. Okay, in 2001-2002 season, Bryant played 80 games for the first time in his career. January 14th, he scored a career-high 56 points, right? In the All-Star game, he won the MVP trophy, dropped 31. I think that was the year that he was playing against Jordan when Jordan was on the Wizards. Now, let's talk about the finals. In the 2002 finals against the New Jersey Nets, Kobe Bryant averaged 26.8 points per game, shooting 51% field goal percentage. At age 23, he became the youngest player to win 3 championships, y'all. And let's pull up the clutch things that he did. Let's pull it up. Let me see. Hold on. Says Bryant's play was notable and praised for his performance in the fourth quarter of games, specifically the last 2 rounds of the playoffs. This cemented Bryant's reputation as a clutch player. So Bryant was hitting clutch shots in the last 2 rounds of the playoffs, even though y'all make it seem like Shaq was the only one doing something, right? That's what y'all say, right? Now let's pull up the year before, the 2000-2001 season, when Kobe Bryant won his second NBA championship, right? They make it seem like it was only Shaq, right? Listen to this, y'all. In Game 4 against the Kings, Kobe Bryant recorded 48 points, 16 rebounds, and 3 assists in a 119-113 series clinching victory, right? They then swept the San Antonio Spurs in the conference finals to advance to the finals, where they played the Philadelphia 76ers. To all the Kobe Bryant haters out there that act like Kobe wasn't a GOAT, Bryant played heavy minutes, which brought his stats up to 29.4 points, 7.3 rebounds, and 6.1 assists per game in the playoffs, right? His teammate Shaq declared Kobe Bryant the best player in the league. The best player in the league. You know what I'm saying? So they beat the 76ers, right, in the finals. And Kobe averaged 29.4 in the finals. So, Shaq, how could you know this and just automatically assume that you would have 3-peated with Tracy McGrady? How do you do this, bro? You know why Shaq is doing this? Because while Shaq and Kobe was on the Lakers, they started beefing with each other. Kobe Bryant wanted to be the #1 guy. Kobe Bryant felt like Shaq wasn't taking care of his body, was overweight, wasn't training properly. So Kobe stopped passing the ball to Shaq. That final year that they played together, when they lost to the Pistons in the finals, there was too much hostility, bro. Kobe wasn't passing the ball to Shaq, right? And Kobe was the #1 guy. They didn't want to play together no more. So Shaq ended up going to the Miami Heat. He won the championship with D Wade. And Kobe won 2 championships with Paul Gasol. So Shaq is only saying that to diminish Kobe and to make himself seem like he was better than Kobe. That's just what it is, man. With that being said, man, it's your boy Wavy, man. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, leave a comment. I'm out.